Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 18th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The give on the option. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, you're seeing the versatility of this running back right now in these last 2 plays. They threw it to him on the last 1st down to get this 1st down, and then handed it to him to get another 1st down. It seems like giving this guy the football is a pretty good idea.
Trying to run, it's Washington. He breaks a tackle, and there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these 2 guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning since, I don't know, Tim Tebow? People...
There he goes! Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. That's caught. It's Moore. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Got a little space. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. It's Manning. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you gotta still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that's going to tie it up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Green. Got it set up on the outside. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll sneak and try to surge forward. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the move and looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Makes a connection. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That's a really nice-looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job.
He's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. Keeps it going. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Quick release on the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some.
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Grab near the marker, it's Jones. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Blake. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Wingo. And he'll be brought down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Got his man out of the backfield. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, what a caught! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Finding an escape route. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Longhorns are on the move. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Moore. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the 1st half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Power football with the run. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Green. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Handoff to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Longhorns are on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Quick release by the QB. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Quickly complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
The Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. He'll go to the sneak. Scores on the sneak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Green. Rushes on him. Slithers into space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Blake. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the touchdown, Arkansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off a defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on second down. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. There he goes. Sweet spin. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll move the wide receiver. RPO complete to open the drive. Try to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to him on the ground. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick, it's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up. Right
back to the well. Plows through the defense. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Manning. Plucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Nice move. Create some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. It's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Oh, he makes the catch. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Still on his feet. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Off-play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. Looking for a gap. It's Russell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to bull his way in.
And I think you run that play beforehand, and you know if I'm inside the 2-yard line, I'm going for this thing. I'm going to stay aggressive. This is why God gave us 4 downs, so you can use it to go for it to try to get a touchdown.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he's going to go down at the 1.
I love the play call on defense. You got the offense backed up. How can you create a safety? How can you bring pressure? How can you get someone home to the QB and try to get those 2 points up on the scoreboard? They almost got it, bringing the QB down at the 1-yard line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. Quickly complete. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Makes the catch. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. To throw, it's Green. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Push down for the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.